Hey, it's Leslie, and today I'm going to talk about my weight issues in the past and physical activity. I'm going to explain when in my life I started to gain weight and what the changes were. So I'll just start out with kindergarten. That's when I took tap dancing and ballet, and I just wanted to share with you my little tiny costume. This was the skirt. You can't tell as much on camera, but I mean, look at this is the size of my hand, so it's not much bigger than that. And the top is right here. And I still have this because I guess my mom kept it, and now I just keep it because it's so cute. So that's how tiny I was in kindergarten. And after that, I took gymnastics from the first grade to the fourth grade. And I was in really good shape then because I was working out, I think, from 9 to 12 hours a week. And gymnastics is a really physical sport. So I was really small, really fit. I had like super nice legs that were defined really nicely. So that was going great. And then in the fifth grade, right around the time when I started to kind of go through puberty, which is a natural time for girls to kind of gain a little weight because of the hormonal imbalance and stuff like that, I switched to judo. Now, one of the main issues with that is that I went from the 9 to 12 hours a week of gymnastics to an hour and a half of judo. So my body was not getting the activity that it was used to. So I started to gain a little weight then. But over time, I, got better and got to go to more classes. So I ended up, I think, up to 8 hours a week at judo. And that was going really good until the ninth grade when I tore a ligament in my knee. And that was pretty much it for judo because it wasn't something that could just fix itself. So I had surgery in the 10th grade. And from then, I didn't really do much physical activity for about a year and a half. I think I still had gym class that year and did a little bit. But I think maybe in the 11th grade, but the 12th grade for sure, I didn't take gym class, so there was really nothing going on then. But still, even when I graduated from high school, I mean, I was a little overweight, but I wasn't anywhere near I ended up a few years ago. Now, in the first year of university, I took belly dancing. I took two, I think, 10-week sessions of that, and that was really, really fun. It has this kind of image of being really sexual, almost like stripping, but it wasn't at all. It was more like women empowerment, and the people there were all different ages and sizes, and it was just a really good environment. I really, really enjoyed it. But then I got busy with school and didn't really do any physical activity until I was finished university, and I had 1 year off in between university and college. And I took full advantage of that because I was working full-time in a daytime job, and so I had my evenings and weekends available. So I made sure I was taking all different kinds of classes and trying different things, and I worked out that I always had 3 different physical activity classes a week. And my biggest problem is buttery popcorn. I love it so much, and I ate so much that year, but I thought, oh, this is okay because I'm working out, I'm burning calories, but no, that didn't work out so well. That year, I gained 20 pounds, and it unfortunately was not muscle. So when I started at college, I was about 210 pounds, and I was gonna try to keep working out. I had a membership at a gym, but things got busy, and I went sometimes, but definitely not enough. And even when I went, I found I would most of the time do the bike, do the treadmill, but kind of just be slacking about it, where I wasn't trying as hard as I could. I wasn't putting as much effort and energy into, the bike, and I was just kind of going through the motions and not breaking as much of a sweat as I should have been. So by the end of the 2 years at college, I actually gained another 30 pounds, putting me up to 240 pounds. Fortunately, that was also the same time that I found out about the Challenge for Life. And because I was done school, I was ready to make a change. I was way beyond a healthy weight. I needed to make change, and the Challenge for Life gave me that guidance and helped me to make the change. So from that, I lost 50 pounds because I was eating better and I was going to the gym 3 times a week regularly. And then in March of 2009, I decided to switch from the gym I was going to kickboxing. But unfortunately, I never fully got into a routine. I would go for a couple weeks and then get busy and then not go for a couple months and then go back for a couple weeks and then get busy and not go back. And there was just a lot going on with cancer, with a lot of people I knew, and then I moved, and then I was sick and had the surgery. So altogether, that was about a year and a half of excuses and not getting into a good routine. So finally, 5 weeks ago, I got into my good routine and I'm ready to commit to it, which is very good because I finally did step on the scale. I was so nervous because I had lost over 50 pounds, but I had hardly been working out. And then especially I hadn't worked out from the beginning of March until the middle of July. So I knew that I had gained some weight. I knew I wasn't back to everything, but I knew I wasn't where I wanted to be. So my hope was that I was at least under 200. I thought, when I was getting on, I was like, please be at least under 200. So I stepped on the scale and I'm not even kidding, I was 199.4. So I was 0.6 below 200, which I was happy about, but that's cutting it pretty close. Yeah, it sucks that I'm back up to that point again. So now my weight loss is only like 40 pounds in total. But you know what? I'm glad that I waited until I was back into a normal routine, and I'm committed to going forward and not stopping until I get to where I want this time, because I wasted a year and a half of plateauing. Like, I could have already been where I wanted to be. It's good because I need to know and I need to check in regularly with my weight to stay motivated and to remind myself, like, you look at what's going to happen if you don't. So another thing I'm really excited about is I'm going to be switching up my meal plan in a couple weeks, and I'm going to talk more about that in the future. But that's something that I think is really, really going to help me. So I'm pumped about that. And now I guess it's time for the reveal, where I'm going to show you where I'm actually at. Obviously, I'm basically 200 pounds. So you're not going to expect me to be skinny. But I kind of like this angle where you can't really tell. See, I'm sucking it in right now, just because that's a habit. Like, you learn to find clothes that are flattering and whatnot. But so you can see my thighs. I have really, look at, that's my two hands. I have really big thighs that I need to slim down. And see there, I let it go a bit. My hips, my butt is very large. And okay, so this, you can see, I'm still kind of sucking it in actually. But from the side, this is me actually sucking it in. This is if I actually let it go. Like, there's if I actually pushed it out. So you can see the difference. And the thing is, because with the 40 pounds, I have kind of the loose skin, unfortunately. So that's something that I'm hoping to tone up. I had the reduction, so I'm hoping not to lose as much weight here, but I think they're still big enough that if I did lose some, it wouldn't be the end of the world. And then lastly, my arms. I've got the major, heavy, thick flab that I really want to tone up. Look at, you can see my elbows have dimples because of my arms, because they're so big. So I pretty much want to lose weight everywhere, but I'm glad that I'm going to be able to look back after losing weight and see exactly how far I've come and see the difference between firming up and the size and the shape. So it's not pleasant to look at, and remind myself where I'm at now. But I think it is important to be realistic and to acknowledge where my body's at and what needs to change. This week's article is called 4 Weeks to Take Years Off Your Eyes. Your eyes are something that's really important. It's something that everyone's going to notice when they're talking to you. So why not do everything you can to keep them looking healthy? My eyes get really dry and itchy in the morning, which is why normally I wear glasses to work, because I just can't be bothered to put that in my eye and irritate my eye even more. And Elle from All That Glitters did a video, I think this past week, about the eye drops she uses and how it helps. So I thought, I'll try it out. I couldn't find the ones that she talked about in her video, but I got these clear eyes and with redness relief, and I tried it and it really, really did help. And I found also, see the pink part there? It made that a lot lighter too. So I thought that was really cool, and they weren't itchy or irritated or anything. So I definitely liked this. And the thing is, in the article it explains that when you're rubbing your eyes, that's something that's going to make them even more irritated. So if I have something like this where I'm not constantly rubbing my eyes, that's going to help. But one thing too, in one of her videos where she talks about how this can actually help with the redness and acne, someone posted a comment saying you really do have to be careful and not overuse it, because it's bad that it restrains the blood all the time if it does, and also it kind of numbs your eyes. So if you go to that video, the comment's been voted up like a million times, not a million, like a few hundred times I think, So it should still be the highest rated comment, and you can read what the person said. So if you do decide to get eye drops, just use them sporadically, not every day, not all day. I think you can use them up to 4 times a day, it says in the bottle, but I probably would not recommend that. This week's lovely lyrics are Higher Ground by Stevie Wonder. The main lyric that I like in it is when he says, "I'm so glad that I know more than I knew then. I'm going to keep on trying till I reach the higher ground." And I think that would fit really well with this video because I learned a lot in the past of even if you work out, if you eat crap, you're still gonna gain weight. I wish I had known before, because if you've gained weight, your body's never going to be in the same shape as it would have been if you had stayed slim and healthy your whole life. Your skin just, it can't repair itself completely. So at least now I do know the things that I didn't know back then about health and exercise and how to actually make it work. I've gone through a lot of different things with my fitness activities, but through all of it, it helped me to learn. So check out those lyrics below and maybe download the song if you're interested, because it really does have a good beat. So I think it's a great song to work out to as well. So that's it for this week. Take care, work out, enjoy summer too. You know, maybe try to get out and do some activities outside while you still can, while it's hot, while it's nice. And yeah, that's it for now. God bless.